Queridos amigos, muy buenos días. Gracias por estar con nosotros en su programa Café con Leche, la voz de las latinas en América. Estamos transmitiendo desde hermosa 1470 AM, 96.9 FM, también en Facebook, en YouTube. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Les habla Lilia Galindo, me acompaña Michael Dutton, como todos hoy es viernes, ¿eh? Okay. Okay, Michael, who do we have today with us?
Buenos dias. We have this morning Rosie Hidalgo, Briana Rivera, and Craig Cincis.
From where?
From AV High School.
AV High School.
Yes.
Bueno, tenemos 3 participantes de AV High School y vamos a hablar principalmente de programas para aprendices de inglés para que ya nadie se quede atrás. So you know, it's so important that we learn English because it's amazing. Okay, well, we are going to start. Good morning. I am talking to you guys. Buenos dias. Do you know what? I need this microphone with this thing in some way that people from there can listen. Y si le subimos ahí un poquito al volumen, sería excelente. Bueno, buenos días, bienvenidos, welcome. We are going to start. Es un verdadero. Briana Rivera, congratulations, you are the vice principal, de la subdirectora de la escuela. Y las buenas noticias, que cada vez tenemos más personal bilingüe, que hace tanta falta. The good news is that we have more bilingual staff that can help parents because then they are not afraid to go and ask something, no?
That's very good, very important. Brianna, what are you doing there at AV High School? You're vice principal. What is your subdivision? I mean, your role, your responsibility area, I guess I was trying to say.
Hi, good morning. I'm currently over special projects, so all interventions, and I'm also over SPED. And I'm also over the EL program and our equity collaborative.
Oh, okay, very good. Wide range.
Bueno,
yeah, I hold many hats this year.
Michael estaba preguntando cuál es su rol como subdirectora de la escuela. Y ahora sí nos contestas en español, por favor, Briana.
Soy sobre intervention, soy sobre el programa de SPED.
¿Qué es ese programa? ¿Qué es
programa de EL y también sobre el committee de equity.
Oye, el segundo programa que dijiste, ¿qué clase de programa es este? No recuerdo haber oído al respecto.
Educación especial.
Educación
para los estudiantes que necesitan extra recursos.
Bueno, qué bueno, qué rol tan importante ese. Seguramente es un poquito difícil, ¿no? El coordinar tantas actividades al mismo tiempo, pero qué bueno. Okay, Briana, can you tell us a little bit about how many students do you have in this high school?
We currently have about 1,600 students, and we primarily serve Hispanics and African Americans. But our current population is more Hispanic than African American.
Like what percentage do you think? Like 80% or more?
Well, Hispanic, we have about 68% Hispanic right now at AV High School.
Bueno, Sí, adelante, perdón por interrumpirte.
Yeah, no, disculpe. So tenemos una población aquí en AV High School de aproximadamente 68% latino y el resto básicamente son African Americans.
Y son 1,600 estudiantes los que están en esa escuela, para que se den cuenta todos los que nos están escuchando de lo que significa manejar una escuela, porque a veces no imaginamos y creemos que nuestro hijo es el único estudiante y queremos todo, pero son 1,600 estudiantes que esta escuela, ante lo vale, High School tiene la responsabilidad de manejar y de supervisar. Okay, Michael, it's your turn.
Okay, well, what I was going to do then was next, Rosie Hidalgo is on hand, is right? Correct?
Yeah.
And Rosie, what do you do there at AV High School?
Buenos días otra vez. Sí, mi nombre es Rosie Hidalgo y soy la secretaria bilingüe para el programa de aprendices de inglés. Bueno, mi trabajo es darle la bienvenida a los estudiantes que vienen de otros países, al igual que a sus familias y a la comunidad de habla hispana. También hago toda la traducción de todas las correspondencia, de todos los mensajes que van de la escuela a los hogares de habla hispana. Pues está bajo mi cargo la traducción para que nuestra comunidad tenga toda la información en español.
Did you understand?
Excellent. Now, could you roll that by in English so I can understand what you just said?
Okay. I thought Lily's going to do that for me.
Oh, okay, if you want
So
to.
I'm Rosie Hidalgo, and I am the bilingual secretary here at AV High School.
Okay.
And part of my job is to welcome all the newcomers from any other country besides, of course, United States, to our school, and also to welcome our families, our community, to translate every single document that goes to the household who first language is Spanish. So also NTIs, messages, parent-teaching conferences, anybody who needs translation to their own language, I'm in charge of that.
Okay, and where is your office located, or are you at the switchboard on the entrance?
I am in the guidance offices, so right there next to the beautiful counselors.
Okay.
Very good.
Very good. Thank you. Gracias.
Bueno, Rosie ya se presentó. Ahora vamos a ir con Craig.
And Craig. Cincis,
Craig.
What do you do there at AV, Craig?
Hi, everybody. Good morning. So I'm a school counselor here. It's actually my 6th year as a school counselor. The last couple of years, though, I have been able to be the EL counselor. So I'm working with the English learners, and I love working with this population. They're a bunch of great kids. And then this year is my first year as EL coordinator. So we're working to make sure that these students have all the resources and supports that they need to be successful on campus, which could be tutoring. We do bilingual student conferences. We're doing a lot of field trips this year. I work really closely with Hidalgo to make sure that these kids are in the right classes based on their transcripts from their country of origin. So just making sure they have everything they need.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I guess you need to translate that in Spanish.
he speaks Spanish too also. So,
Yeah,
Yes,
we all speak Spanish here.
okay.
No quería mencionar esto, es un secreto entre nosotros, pero yo voy a tratar de traducir lo que yo dije.
Oh, muy
Yo
bien.
soy un consejero escolar en la escuela de AV High School, es mi 6º año aquí trabajando como consejero. Hace algunos años desde que yo empecé a trabajar con los que son aprendizajes de inglés, y este año es mi primer año de hacerme el coordinador de los aprendizajes de inglés también. Y básicamente estoy trabajando con la señora Hidalgo y estamos haciendo los horarios para los estudiantes, estamos dando todos los recursos que ocupan para que sigan adelante, como tutoría. Estamos haciendo conferencias con estos niños para hablar de los requisitos de la graduación y sus créditos y todo eso.
Where did you learn Spanish?
En Antelope Valley High School, yo me gradué de aquí en 2006.
Did you see, Michael?
2 años de español aquí.
I am asking you because Michael wants to learn Spanish, and I just want you to share your secret with him in some way that he also can speak perfectly bilingual. A ver.
Well, he studies Spanish. I pick it up vicariously, so it's a whole different approach.
Oh.
You guys, a little bit of both. It's a little bit of practicing it, but then also I took a couple years in college as well, but honestly it was like through all of the different jobs that I've had and friends and stuff like that.
Right. I have a question for you, Craig. Approximately how many different countries, and which will be, and it'll be a surprise to a lot of people who listen, how many different languages do you have there at AV High School?
So we get students from about, it could be any country, but right now I think we have students from mainly about 6 different countries. It could be Mexico, it could be El Salvador, Guatemala, Panama, Honduras, Colombia. So various countries at various times. And then I would say maybe around 3 different languages.
And how many non-Hispanic countries do you have students from?
2. I'm talking to Ms. Hidalgo. She's like the Aaron Brockovich of our
Oh,
school.
yeah.
She
I
knows
got you.
all of our students, all of their backgrounds. And again, like she was saying earlier, she's the one who really greets these students, welcomes them to our
Right.
campus, gets to know the families, their needs, has those conversations about where they're coming from to make sure that they have what they need. So I'm talking to the legend herself right here, Miss Hidalgo.
Well, then the question that goes to Miss Hidalgo, I guess.
That's what he wanted.
I figured that's what he was shooting for there.
We have a student from Turkey, and one student from I think it's Arabic countries. So we have someone who speaks Turkish and someone who speaks Arabic.
Uh-huh.
Qué interesante. ¿Nadie de Ucrania todavía?
No, nadie es de Ucrania y estoy sorprendida porque fui a visitar un lugar en México donde tienen a todos los refugiados que están esperando pasar y habían muchos de Ucrania y todavía no tenemos a nadie aquí. Anunciamos que queremos niños de Ucrania.
¿Y qué tal Panamá? ¿Cómo se llama? Venezuela.
De Panamá.
Venezuela, perdón.
No
¿Tampoco?
tenemos ningún estudiante de Venezuela.
¿No viste a los también?
Tenemos de Colombia.
¿No viste ahí con los refugiados de Ucrania, los de Venezuela? Porque tengo entendido que están los dos en espera de ver cómo se resuelve para pasar para acá.
En el tiempo que fue hace un mes y medio o dos, no habían todavía de Venezuela, pero sí habían muchos de Ucrania.
Okay, now repeat that in English because Michael is going to miss all that important information.
So Lily was asking about if we have students from Ukraine already.
Ukraine, yeah.
And my answer was not yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that I was surprised because I went back to Mexico and I visited a refugee home where they were many Ukrainians already waiting to come over United States. So I am waiting for them.
Right. Now, that's interesting because there's such a political upheaval about the border and people coming to America from south of our border, but that same migration and same grouping of people includes Ukrainians.
And includes many people from
many other
China,
people who come,
Africa,
right,
India.
They come through Mexico to America.
Yeah, that's
very interesting.
It's the easiest way to come.
Yeah.
Estamos hablando de todos los inmigrantes que vienen no solamente de Centro y de México, Centro y Sudamérica, sino también vienen de otros países, pero usan el puerto de entrada de México para llegar a los Estados Unidos porque es la manera más fácil. Así es que por eso se enroscan tanto con la inmigración. Pero vamos, let's continue then. Briana, what other programs do you have that are important that the community knows? Like, what are you doing to help? And after COVID, everything changed, no? And now we have a little bit of problems. I wonder, do you have the same number of students that before COVID, or the number went down?
Well, actually, right after COVID, post-COVID, which was last year, we had a lot of kids on independent study because they didn't want to come back to campus. But this year, we have a lot of the students returning back to campus.
Mm-hmm.
I think last year we were at about 1,300 kids maybe, and now we're up to 1,600. So we're actually seeing an increase in our student population.
Right.
So things are getting better. We are putting an emphasis on instruction now and just supporting students. This year we have a lot of interventions in place to help and assist them because to be quite honest, returning back from COVID has been a difficult transition for staff and for students.
Mm-hmm. It's a very big challenge with the social emotional adjustment.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
We came back last year to kids that, they just have difficulty being in the classroom again, difficulty with behavior, but, slowly they're, I think they're adapting and we see a change now.
Bueno, estamos comentando el impacto que COVID tuvo en la educación de los estudiantes y cómo ha afectado y cómo está ahora la situación. y rápidamente nos decía que el número de estudiantes decreció el año pasado, pero que ahora ya nuevamente están volviendo, decreció hasta 1,300 porque muchos quisieron tomar estudios independientes. Pero ahorita nos va a platicar más. We are going to take a break and we will be back. Amigos, muy buenos días. Gracias por estar con nosotros en su programa Café con Leche, la voz de los latinos en América. Estamos transmitiendo desde Hermosa 1470 AM y 96.9 FM. Si nos quiere ver en Facebook, que también estamos en Facebook y en YouTube y en Twitter, me parece. Bueno, gracias. Tenemos a personal de la escuela Antelo Valley, de la escuela preparatoria Antelo Valley. Para todos aquellos que tienen alguna pregunta, si quieren llamar por teléfono, son bienvenidos. 661-538-1470, 661-538-1470. Y Michael, who is with us today, this morning?
Oh, with us this morning we have Rosie Hidalgo, who is the
bilingual secretary.
A bilingual secretary who covers a lot of things. Vice principal, Briana Rivera, and Craig Cincis, who is a counselor, bilingual counselor there at AV High School. And I had a question with so much challenge that you have there with working with students on the socio-emotional level. Has AV High School picked up any cultural kinds of things or connections for the kids, i.e. a mariachi band or dancers or singers or anything like that?
Who wants you to answer?
Oh, well, anybody can jump in, but I guess I'll start with Briana. She would have a handle on all that.
Briana, did you hear the question? Yeah.
Well, it's National Hispanic Heritage Month, so we have several different activities for the kids so they can get connected to our campus. We actually have Puerto Rico. They came, a couple of dancers, they came and danced for us last Friday, I believe it was, during lunchtime, so the kids really enjoyed that. We've been having our clubs that have had different activities that relate to our, Hispanic heritage, and I feel that gives a sense of belonging to our students. So it's just different activities across campus that we are trying to have in place just to support our kids and just so they feel welcome to our campus. Craig's going to add to that.
One thing, too, that we did recently that was really exciting, I just got to witness it. I wasn't necessarily a coach, but Ms. Hidalgo was and can maybe speak to this experience. But we hosted our first ever Latino Knowledge Bowl with the district. And so this was district-wide with all of the high schools. And AV High School did get to the final round, so that was exciting. But it really was just about celebrating these students in their various cultures. And so I think we are kind of moving towards obviously recognizing that these students come from different backgrounds and that we want to celebrate them. We want to have culturally relevant events on our campus. So we do have different clubs like the Latino Student Alliance Club, run by Ms. Arias and some other teachers as well, where we're really trying to give these kids activities that are relevant to who they are. I don't know if you want to talk about the Knowledge Bowl for a little bit.
Espérenme, wait a minute, don't go so fast because we have to translate. A ver, por favor, Briana, nos repites de qué estaban hablando para no quedarnos, así como que, ¿qué?
Sí, so en AV High School tratamos de hacer muchas actividades para que los estudiantes se sientan como que están en casa. So, el viernes pasado tuvimos Puerto Rico. No sé si sabes qué es eso, sí, ¿verdad?
Sí, cómo no.
Y bailan. Bailaron muchas diferentes dances.
Bailes.
Bailes. So, los estudiantes fueron a ver a Puerto Rico. También tenemos actividades durante la escuela. Tenemos clubes que hacen muchos diferentes también actividades y eventos para nuestros estudiantes latinos. Y hacemos todo eso para que ellos se sientan como que están en casa. Y también Rosie va a hablar un poquito del Latino Knowledge Bowl, que también tuvimos hace un par de semanas.
El distrito agarró la brillante idea de tomar un grupo de estudiantes, que cada escuela tuviera un grupo para prepararlo y luego competir en lo que le llamamos el conocimiento latino. Estuvimos trabajando con estos estudiantes, señora Martínez, señora Cayetano y yo, durante varios meses preparándoles en conocimientos de nuestra historia latina, países, banderas, comidas, bailes, personas importantes, políticos, etcétera. Nuestros estudiantes se prepararon muy bien y el resto de las demás escuelas también. Antelope Valley High School llegó a la final. Estamos muy orgullosos de los muchachos, no solo de nuestra escuela, pero de todos los demás que pusieron el esfuerzo para aprender, memorizar y participar en un evento tan especial como es hablar de su propia herencia.
Qué bueno, qué bueno.
I heard a little more in Spanish than I did in English. That was good. I think you threw a little bit of
I
extra
was
stuff.
talking about that, but Rosie was really involved, so that's why you heard a little bit more in Spanish.
Okay. Well, I'm very glad to hear that you're having the Hispanic History Bowl. That's great. We started the Black History one at Soar High School many years ago, and that's spread throughout the district. And I'm glad to see that the Hispanic one is growing and emerging. I hope that it was at a district-wide competition that you did well in.
Yes, we did. We did really well. I mean, I'm very proud of our kids. They did amazing. We did it to the final. But yes, I am, I'm very glad that we got the opportunity to do this. And I'm hoping that we're going to continue hosting this event next year.
Okay, so it was hosted by AV High School?
No, it was hosted by the district.
Okay, and where was it located? I didn't know about it. I would have been interested in going. Where was that located?
So we hosted the first event was in our school, and then Pandel High School also had an event, and then the final was at Eastside High School.
Okay, so it made different schools. Each round was at a different location. Ah, good.
Exactly.
Good.
Ahora sí platiquen todo eso en español.
Bueno, él estaba preguntando que cómo la escuela de Antelope Valley hizo en este evento y le estaba diciendo que estamos muy orgullosos de nuestros estudiantes que se prepararon, aprendieron y memorizaron todo el material que tenían que hacer y llegamos a la final. Y él preguntaba dónde había sido esto y quién lo había organizado. Bueno, lo organizó el distrito escolar. Nosotros en AV High School tuvimos la primicia y lo celebramos en la cafetería. Luego Pandel High School también tuvo otro evento y la final fue en la escuela de Eastside.
Perfecto. Bueno, I want to ask something. Yo quiero preguntar algo. He sabido que muchos de los estudiantes no están avanzando suficientemente en el idioma inglés. Yo sé que cuando se gradúan les ponen un sello de que son perfectamente bilingües. ¿Cómo qué porcentaje de estudiantes alcanzan ese grado donde pueden salir hablando los dos idiomas?
Bueno, la verdad que podríamos hablar eso caso por caso, pero no vamos a hacerlo el día de hoy. Pero sí, lo que usted está hablando es del sello bilateral, bilateral que hablan dos idiomas. Y nosotros tenemos un porcentaje, pues podría decir quizás del 3% de los estudiantes que vienen de otros países y de los nacidos en Estados Unidos que también hablan otra lengua en sus hogares y que luego pues adquieren ya sea el idioma español aquí en la escuela y toman sus 4 años o pasan el examen de AP que le llamamos o tal vez ellos solamente tomaron 4 años de español y lo quieren hacer. Entonces esos son los estudiantes que alcanzan ese sello y también con otros requerimientos que tenemos para ese sello. Pero sí, en lo que usted dijo que muchos estudiantes no están avanzando en el idioma inglés, bueno, el estado de California ahora requiere que los estudiantes aprendan la esencia del material y no tanto el idioma, porque el idioma pues lo pueden practicar ya sea en casa o con sus amigos o con alguien, pero sí AV High School trata en su mayoría que los estudiantes tengan todas sus clases en inglés, que tengan apoyo para los que lo necesitan, pero sí nosotros nos enfocamos mucho que ellos tengan y se mantengan escuchando las dos lenguas.
Es yo lo que veo es que como no nos sentimos tan cómodos hablando inglés, pues luego nos juntamos con amigos que también hablan español y nos las pasamos hablando español y nos vamos rezagando bastante en el inglés. ¿Cómo creen que se podría resolver la situación de manera que sea atractivo para los jóvenes hablar los dos idiomas? Porque obviamente pues van a tener muchísimas posibilidades de avance. Cuando eres bilingüe te vas a tener más oportunidades de empleo, mejores salarios, como ustedes lo saben. ¿Cómo podemos convidar a todos?
That whole conversation was wonderful, and I picked up a few words, but I don't know what you said.
I was talking about that many students, Hispanic students, they are preferring speak Spanish with friends, and then they are not advancing as much as they should in English. How can we do it? Because it's a great advantage to be bilingual, 100%, because you have more job opportunities, better salaries, and you have the opportunity to advance a lot that if you are only...
Well, a lot of that has to do with just the human nature of individuals as they grow older. They're always going to, we're very gregarious. We seek to be with other people to learn how to act and react to different situations and circumstances. And that's going to be easier to do if you're in the same language. And so not to do that in the same language is a discomfort. So among their friends, they want to be comfortable, so they'll speak the language rather than to practice the outside language, which would be English. They would speak Spanish among them.
Yeah, but then they select only Spanish friends.
I understand.
And that is the problem, no? Because I understand that you want to speak your own language when you are with your friends. But also, if I'm going to be all the time with Hispanic people, I'm never going to advance in my English. And I am telling you because I speak to my cats in Spanish, and then I cannot advance.
So, so your cats speak Spanish?
They are bilingual because when Ed was alive, but now they practice only Spanish. Vamos a tomar un break y regresamos enseguida.